Stepsister stole my credit card, and this is what I did. A sunny summer day when I discovered that my stepsister had stolen my credit card. She had gone on vacation with her friends, thinking no one would notice. But when I saw a suspicious transaction on my account, I knew something was wrong. I immediately blocked my credit card and alerted the bank. A few hours later, I got a panicked call from my stepsister. She was stranded on her vacation with no money and nothing she could do. She begged me for help, but I was too angry to listen. I hung up the phone, feeling a strange mix of satisfaction and guilt. When our parents found out, they were furious. They blamed me for blocking the card and accused me of abandoning her. It felt like I was the villain, even though she was the one at fault. Their constant nagging and accusations pushed me to a breaking point. This was the last straw. I decided to move out on my own. No more drama, no more worries about stolen credit cards, just my own space and peace. It wasn't easy, but it was the best decision I've ever made. I found a small apartment downtown and started building my new life. I focused on my work and began to enjoy the freedom of living independently. Weeks passed, and I began to settle into my new life. I worked hard, saved up, and finally bought myself a used car. It wasn't much, but it was mine, and I was proud of it. My stepsister eventually returned from her trip, furious and resentful. She felt I had betrayed her, and the tension between us grew even more. I looked out the window and saw my stepsister sneaking into my car. I ran outside, but it was too late. She sped off into the night, not realizing the consequences of her actions. Hours later, I got a call from the police. My car had been involved in a crash, and my stepsister was in the hospital. I rushed to the scene, my heart pounding with a mix of fear and anger. The car was totaled, a twisted wreck of metal and glass. When our parents arrived at the hospital, they were livid. They blamed me for everything, accusing me of caring more about my car than my stepsister. It was as if they couldn't see the pattern of her reckless behavior. This time, I decided enough was enough. I pressed charges against her for theft and reckless endangerment. The court case was intense. My stepsister cried and pleaded, but the evidence was clear. The judge ruled in my favor, and she was ordered to pay for the damages and attend mandatory therapy sessions. It was a hard lesson for her, and a difficult journey for me. In the end, justice was served. My relationship with my parents remained strained, but I found peace in knowing I stood up for myself. My stepsister, though still distant, began to show signs of change. She started taking responsibility for her actions, and slowly, we began to rebuild our relationship. Life has its ups and downs, but sometimes, standing your ground is the only way to find true peace.